Italian commies riot in effort to block the Atlantic Pact. These, of course, are definitely planned communist riots. This one, by the way, is in Rome today, designed to prevent Italy from joining the Atlantic Pact. Communists are filibustering in the Italian parliament. They've been talking straight for 36 hours now and probably can do it another day if they feel like it. The idea is that if they can provoke enough riots in enough places throughout Italy, the Italian parliament may feel sentiments against the Atlantic Pact and vote it down. By the way, there's nothing wrong with your television. That man's face is the mess it appears to be on the scope. Both of these pictures, by the way, have been taken of Rome riots today, but there were other riots during the day in Milan, in Genoa, and in numerous smaller places throughout Italy. The total thus far, I think, is 1 dead and 9 injured, but probably there'll be more before it's all over. The riots are still in progress.
Dr. King, former President Truman, was quoted by the AP as saying that the march from Selma, and this was his word, was silly and can't accomplish a darn thing except to attract attention. Now, there have been 2 murders, many beatings, and a federal expenditure for troops of about $300,000. Would you say that what the march accomplished was worth that cost?
Well, first I would say that the march was not silly at all. I would think that the march did more to dramatize the indignities and the injustices that Negro people continue to face in the state of Alabama and many other sections of the South.
Good evening, everyone. This is the news. A week of terror is over in Zaire, where foreign residents told stories of rape and kangaroo courts that condemned whites to firing squads. French Foreign Legionnaires parachuted into Kolwezi yesterday with Belgian forces following. At dawn today, the troops fanned out through towns, rescuing nearly 3,000 Europeans and routing marauding rebels. The Cuban-trained rebels are now in retreat, but Zaire officials say they took about 60 white hostages with them. Thousands of Europeans who survived are now being airlifted out of that country.
Scientists at the National Centers for Disease Control in Atlanta today released the results of a study which shows that the lifestyle of some male homosexuals has triggered an epidemic of a rare form of cancer. Robert Bazell now in Atlanta.
The 3 police officers facing felony criminal charges were among a group of 15 who stopped a 25-year-old black man last Saturday night, then beat him, kicked him, and clubbed him, unaware that an amateur photographer was recording the incident on videotape. Los Angeles Police Chief Daryl Gates looked at the tape and said he thinks assault with a deadly weapon will be one of the charges.
In our review, we find that the officers struck him with batons between 53 and 56 times.
It appears that there is more and more fire and smoke enveloping the very top of the building, and as fire crews are descending on this area, it does not appear that there's any kind of an effort up there yet. Now remember, oh my God.
Oh my God.
That looks like a second plane.
I did not see a plane go in. That just exploded.
We just saw another plane coming in from the side.
You did. That was out of
yes, and that's
view.
the second explosion. You could see the plane come in just from the right-hand side of the screen.